Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. We got a good show for you today. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please subscribe to the show. I'm trying to get to 100,000 and I need your help. But we got the Dray Way to do, so let's go. Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. Man, we got stuff to talk about. What do we got to talk about? Inflation. Yes. Thanks to Donald Trump, we have more inflation. Inflation is going up and prices are not going down. Prices are accelerating. Why? Because Donald Trump is your president. Yes. Congratulations for all of you that voted for Donald Trump for lower prices. You've gotten just the opposite. Yeah, you've gotten just the opposite. Because Donald Trump is a complete train wreck. And when I say he's a complete train wreck, I'm being kind. I'm being nice. Because what was that? What on earth was that in the Oval Office? Donald Trump is sitting there like a lump of coal. I don't even know how to explain it. He's just sitting there, clueless as to what's going on. And Elon Musk is pontificating on complete nonsense. How do you people watch this and not be like, what the F is going on? Does anyone think this is normal? Does anyone think this is just okay? To have Elon Musk, which by the way, Elon, I wouldn't let you babysit my 8-year-old son. Yeah. I wouldn't because you're weird as hell. You are one weird individual, dude. And the way you talk and the way you just accept things, the way you just say, oh, well, of course I'm going to say stuff that's complete wrong. And what? You're not supposed to say stuff that's completely wrong. That's called lying or just running at the mouth and not knowing what you're talking about, which I understand, because you're used to being a carnival barker. That's what you've been, especially with Tesla. Oh, with Tesla, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to SpaceX. We're going to fly to Mars. Yeah, sure you are. Right. Sure. In the meantime, try to make a Tesla worth a damn, because right now those cars, I think right now if I had a quarter, I think I could, a gumball machine and get a Tesla. Especially if a Tesla's 3 years old. What are they worth? $7? So, Elon, I hate to break it to you, but I think you got better things to do than hang around the Oval Office with one of your children spouting off nonsense. Meanwhile, an old frumpy Donald Trump just sits there and acts like he has no idea what's going on. But that's not the worst part of all this. The worst part is that he just seems disinterested. Donald Trump was just sitting there looking around like, I could be golfing at Mar-a-Lago right now. And this is what you guys voted for. Some of you voted for this nonsense. I mean, we're sitting there watching this, and I am absolutely dumbfounded. I am absolutely, at times, completely speechless. I'm like, does anyone think this is normal? Who thinks this is okay to have some rich guy in the Oval Office spouting against nonsense that he knows nothing? He doesn't know anything, nothing about running government. Nothing. Zip. Zero. This is a guy that knows how to run companies and sell stock, and that has nothing to do with being a government entity. You're used to being a corporation for profit. You're not used to being service for the public. If you were in service for the public, you'd be giving away most of that money of yours that you don't seem to need. The hundreds of billions that you have. Yeah. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that circus show yesterday I'm just looking around going, what are we doing? And how soon can we get rid of this? Because here, Trump has been in office for just about a month now. And what has he accomplished? Nothing. He's accomplished absolutely nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean literally nothing. What immigration bill has been passed? What bills have been passed at all? The only thing I see them trying to pass right now is what I talked about yesterday, is taking away a woman's right to vote. But as far as actually accomplishing anything and having to listen to Elon Musk, tell Elon Musk to go back to his company. We don't need him in Washington anymore. This whole thing, I'm going to save money. Yeah, you're not saving anything. You're wasting everybody's time. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know in the comments. Stay right there. More Dray Way to come. The inflation number is out. It's 3%. Inflation is coming back, and it's going to come back even more significantly than we think, because we have somebody in the White House that isn't paying attention to what's going on at all. Prices are going up. If you go to the grocery store, and I'm one of those people that goes to the grocery store just about every day. I make it almost a ritual, and I go just about every day. And when you go almost every day, you get to know the store really well. Well, over the last few weeks, what I've noticed is prices keep going higher and higher and higher. I mean, the price of eggs right now, insane. The price of orange juice, insane. I mean, you just walk around and you see a 40 cent, 80 cent, dollar. You see, every time you go back, you see prices just keep going higher. And no one's talking about it. Nobody. This was the guy that Donald Trump, when he was running for president, groceries. Oh, yeah, the word is groceries. Grocery this, grocery that, grocery that. He hasn't mentioned groceries. He hasn't mentioned lowering prices. He hasn't even discussed it. He hasn't talked about it. You want to know why? Because he has no plans for anything. No plans, for squat. So here we are, inflation. You know what he does do? Tariffs. I'm just going to start throwing tariffs on everything to make things even more expensive. More tariffs, more expenses, more inflation. And everybody wants to, can't we just lower interest rates? Can't we just let's just lower interest rates. How can you do that when you have inflation coming back? And it's not like the jobs market's in bad shape. It's not. Unemployment's at 4%. Donald Trump has been handed a fantastic employment record. Biden created millions and millions and millions of jobs. Will Trump do it? No. No. Because once again, we've put Republicans in charge, and Republicans aren't doing anything that they said they were going to do in the election. Nothing. What Donald Trump is trying to do is just whatever he says. I want things to be this way. I want things to be that way. That's what dictators and kings do. All right? We have a constitution, and you have to follow the Constitution. You have to do things the proper way. For anything to be lasting, you have to go through Congress. And so far, what has Donald Trump done through Congress? Nothing. But I thought immigration was do you know what else they're not talking about? Do you know the thing I find really interesting that they're not talking about at all? Where are all these people they're deporting? How many? I thought you were going to deport millions. Isn't it true that in the first month you've only deported like 6,000 or 8,000? 6,000 or 8,000? Yeah, you're on pace to do what? 70,000 for the entire year? I thought you were going to deport millions. Yeah, how many billions of dollars are we spending on this nonsense? And you're sending back a few thousand people. Yeah, okay. This is just a complete waste. It's a complete waste of time It's a complete waste of energy and money. And all it's doing is it's causing more inflation, higher prices. Congratulations, Mr. President. You bragged about all the things that you were going to do, and guess what? So far, you have done diddly squat. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. More of the Dray Way coming up. Stay right there. Trust me when I tell you, it gets frustrating talking about this government and talking about whether it's J.D. Vance, Trump, ridiculous dimwit Elon Musk. It actually drives you crazy talking about these people because they're just so inept. They're just so clueless. And here we could really use a government right now that knows what it's doing and is moving the country forward, because the country needs to advance. The country needs investment in infrastructure, in electrical grid. I mean, the country needs to move forward. And yeah, we have the wrong party. We have the absolute wrong party in the White House to get anything done. And that's the crime in all this. We're just going to be wasting time watching these Republicans just do nothing. And that's why the whole reason I did the podcast, and the reason I'm going to talk about the podcast right now, is because the podcast is a way to, this show at 15 to 17 minutes every day is enough politics for me. It's enough politics because, like I said, it'll drive you nuts talking about dimwit Musk and moron Trump and, J.D. Vance. What is he? I don't even know what he is. But talking about that for 15, 17 minutes a day, that's enough. That's enough. So that's why in 12 days, I can't wait. The podcast starts in 12 days over at Patreon, Patreon, patreon.com. Type in The Dray Way, not together, the space Dray space way, The Dray Way with spaces. Type that in and you will find little old me. And yes, I hope you will join. I hope you'll get a membership and join up. We are going to have an absolute blast over there. And, I was doing something similar over on TikTok, but TikTok just has there's just too much fake stuff over there. There's too much, there's just haters, on TikTok and even on this platform. You go live on this platform and there's just a lot of people that like to hate. So I'm very much looking forward to doing my own podcast. It's the Dray Way, Fearless After 40. We're going to, hopefully we're going to be entertaining. We're going to be fun, informational, everything about life after 40, whether it's dating, whether it's marriage, whether it's relationship, whether it's food, travel. We'll be talking about it all. So check me out over on Patreon, patreon.com, The Dray Way. And I hope to see you over there. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me on The Dray Way. And don't forget, The Dray Way here on YouTube is here each and every day. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll be talking about this disastrous administration for the next 4 years. And I'm welcoming you with open arms to come join me. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time right here on The Dray Way.